all the hate for one particular live action film it's unnecessary.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is an outtake and a half. You say it's unnecessary.
Unnecessary, yeah.
You want to say what live action film you're talking about?
Lilo Stitch, man.
It was when you say unnecessary, you think people shouldn't be reacting how they're reacting to it?
Yeah, people are overreacting. Like
Overreacting.
Overreacting.
Okay, but
Yeah. Like,
why do you say that?
Sometimes life is hard. We have bills to pay.
Just enjoy.
Just enjoy.
You can't enjoy it, man.
It's a kids movie. No. When everyone's coming with these deep topics about adopting people and they're breaking up families and all this stuff, I was thinking, it's a Disney movie, guys.
Yeah, but then you...
No. It's a Disney movie. You're reading into it too much. There's certain films where you got to read into it because they want you to read into it. This is not the one. This is not the one, bro.
We're here now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not the one. It's not the one.
We're talking about Lilo and Stitch, the live action film. It's out right now. This adaptation from the animation film that I believe dropped in the early 90s. Or no, is it early 90s?
It dropped in 2000.
Yeah, the 2000s, yeah.
Okay.
Early 2000s.
I gave the wrong information.
But it was in production in the early 90s, which is what you were probably thinking about.
Yes, Maz does have a video out right now saying how Lilo and Stitch is made, so please check it out on YouTube. So Stephen, from your thoughts just now, it seems like you enjoyed the film then.
I enjoyed it. So, disclaimer, I wasn't a huge fan of the original. I think it was just past the age. I'm not saying it's a bad film.
Stitch!
Just a little bit away from you.
That's fine.
What's going on over here, man?
But obviously, I grew up on like Aladdin, The Lion King, Little Mermaid. That was the peak childhood times. When that came out, I was a bit older. I was a bit too cool for Disney, as people like to say. But I got back to Disney later. But during that time, I wasn't much. I mean, they had films like Home of the Range and all that stuff there.
Home of the Range.
So I watched this later, and I enjoyed it. But I know some people got this like nostalgic eye for
I had the comic books.
That's me. Me.
I didn't have that connection. I got family members who are obsessed with it, but I was like, yeah, it's a cool film, and the character's cute, and Lilo's funny. That's it. So I went with like, okay, this film. So to me, this is the film that I probably gathered to more than so. When people, here's a fine example. So when The Lion King came out, the live action, a lot of people loved it, and I hated it.
Okay.
Because that was my movie. See, that was my movie. I was like, no, you can't mess this up.
Yeah.
So people were like, no, but it's cool, man. It's fine, man.
Yeah.
We're calling Montana. I said, no, not this one. No, I didn't get that one right. So I can see people being upset about this for nostalgic reasons because they did change a lot of stuff.
They changed a lot.
Huge amount of stuff.
But at the same time, I mean, they can't win because if they do,
they could win.
If you do scene by scene, people will complain. People complain about Lion King. It was scene by scene by scene.
We'll come back to that point later on because we've got another topic, but we'll say it.
They changed the things. I still feel like the heart of the movie was still there. The heart of the movie was still there. The two main characters that people came to see, they did their thing. And I enjoyed it.
For the most part, they did.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah, there was part in the middle where it was like, okay, we're together, we got nothing to do.
Bruh.
So what you want to do? I don't know. You want to do? I don't know. Well, okay. We're just going to chill, play with glass, I guess. Write books and tell each other about bad. There's one scene though. Are we mentioning spoilers?
We're gonna do spoilers.
Yeah.
We can do spoilers.
At this point, because a lot of footage.
Just a minor one. There's a scene that even I was like, okay, you guys messed up for taking that particular scene out. It's a scene involving a book.
Where was it?
A book. Cause that is
that's the key
to that
key part of the film. No, it's the key part of the whole film.
Even in the TV series, it was a huge part.
Yeah.
What's funny is I had a conversation, someone who's a huge fan about this film before it came out, and they were like, "Oh, I love that particular scene," and I told them, I guarantee you, you're gonna take that scene out. And that person was fuming. They can't take that scene out. I said, some things change.
Nah, man. These changes.
And then when I watched, I said, "Right, they actually took it out."
Bro, they took out so much. I mean, let me get my shit off, man. So I'm a Lilo Stitch fan, man. I've been a fan since day. I watched the animation film when I was young. Obviously, we're quite different in age. I don't think there's a huge gap, but I think when Lilo Stitch drops,
you don't have to say it like that. Damn.
I'm just saying. I think when it
There's an
dropped,
age difference.
I
Yes, sorry, cool, yes.
I think it was really part of my childhood because I watched the animation series. I watched the sequel to it as well. Lilo has a glitch, which led to a TV series, and the TV series I watched heavily. It was like early in the morning, just before I went to school. Like it was clockwork. I always watched it. So Lilo Stitch is something that I really enjoyed. So when they did the live action, announced it, I was somewhat excited. The director did a film called Marcy the Shell. It's like an animation live action. Marcel the Shell thing.
Isn't he the same person that did the Wild Robot as well?
No. Yes. No. The animator is. Yes.
Animator is,
I
right.
think his name's Chris Stans.
Yeah,
Sanders.
the guy who
Yeah.
voices
Stitch.
yeah.
Yeah, he's part of it. I think
And
he's
he
one of
was
the
the
producers
original
of it.
creator as well when it was a book.
Yeah. So when I saw everyone's involved with it, I was like, this is gonna be a very heart touching story because I remember the animation being very heart touching as well. So I watched the live action with a little bit of expectation that we're gonna get like that type of emotional feel. Brother, this film, the changes that happen in this film. So you mentioned the book scene.
Yeah.
Scrapped out of it. Another character, I can't remember his name, but he was known for cross-dressing. He was an alien
Peakley is a
that
bad
cross-dressed
bitch.
a lot through the film. They scrapped that, and I don't understand why they scrapped it. But not only did they scrapped it, but they made him and his counterpart both humans throughout the whole film. 80% of the film had them as humans.
They were probably the worst thing of that whole movie.
The chemistry was off.
They were.
It was just
the
bad.
other guy was just like, he was like.
He didn't even do the accent.
I was like, I'm
The
here
Russian
for the check, man. I don't.
100%. What's his name? Zach.
Oh, and
From
also,
Hangover series.
a little disclaimer. I think that takes into how some people might have behaved as well, or performed, should I say, is that this film originally was for Disney Plus.
That's true. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, it was
For Disney Plus, and it was
performed
later
well.
they said, "Oh, let's put it in the cinema.
that's true.
We'll give you another 100." Apparently, they gave another 100 million to finish the special effects.
Yeah.
So everyone that film was just like, "Yeah, let's go on Disney Plus." I'm up for
I'm
my
not
A
really-
game.
but like-
It shows. It definitely shows.
But still,
But look how much money it's making. If they just put in a little 10-foot, I'm like, you know what, this could have did a thing.
I think for this one, maybe they should have just done side by side copy.
Honestly.
just to please the hardcore fan, because there's such a huge fan base of this movie. They should have just.
I
done
think
that.
also like because there's so many mediums of the actual series, like it's not just a film, it's a TV show and it's a comic book series. Like everyone already knows the story on different mediums. So then for you to completely change the core of it, which is basically that it's about family and like the importance of being close as a family and fighting for your family. And changing that, like, nah. Bro.
See,
Hana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. My girl went uni.
No, but I hear what people have been saying about that whole thing, and in my eyes, I was just like, see, everyone's talking on the privilege of like you got your family, and you've been allowed to do what you wanted to do. We're sitting here because we have family who support us. And we do it. We're not orphans.
Yeah.
Our parents didn't die.
Yeah.
This film might speak to people who were left behind, who did end up in social services and end up in a random foster home and all kinds of stuff. This speaks to like families who were broken because their parents died and they didn't get to live. Like we see every day when we hear like charities and people like, oh well, one of my siblings has a disability. I have to now look after them. I don't really have a life for myself. I feel like it spoke mainly. It might speak to them more than everyone else. So we're coming to privilege like where?
Yeah, but I feel like the animation film did that though.
Because she got to live a life. The woman that was next door, she's technically family. So and they had the whole portal. So she did see her sister all the time. It wasn't like she just gave it to some random woman in New York and never saw her again. But she still got to live a life because the other one was like, yes, you get to keep your sister. You still got no job though. You're still living in this.
She had.
I guess it was more realistic in terms of it.
I thought it gave
Nani
like a realistic
Nani
approach.
more of
But
a
it
like.
gives a very Western approach, and this is the culture thing that you could tell the difference because like it has a very Western approach, whereas the other one was more leaning on as a community. They were all taking care of each other, and that's what made them family. Like even in the comic books, there was this heavy tone about community. Like everyone in the island looked after each other. Everyone knew each other. Everyone was looking after Lilo.
I didn't get that from the animated movie. I got that more from this movie. That's which
Really?
which is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact,
Yeah.
like I said, like I point to the fact of like they did it like the social worker in this one who is the Easter egg for you guys who haven't figured out, she was the woman who voiced the original sister.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. One of the two voice actors appeared in this movie.
Nice.
The boyfriend, he's the manager that fires her in the live action.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah. So
Nice.
anyway,
Look at, hey, Steven's gave us another clip, you know. Remember to give that story about Blade.
Those two actors were big in the 90s, like big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge. I forgot her name, but I had a huge crush on her because she was in a film called Wayne's World. Shout out to Wayne's World. And the other guy was in the Bruce Lee biopic,
Okay.
Dragon. Go and check it out. Really good film.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So in this one, what was the point? I've lost my.
You were talking about Community.
Yeah, so in this one, like, even the social worker was just like, I'm gonna find a way to work with trying to keep, because she understood, she was part of that, she was part of the culture as well.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna try and find a way to see if we can save your family.
Yeah.
Like, she gave us so many chances until it was like, okay, it only got to the point where it's like, I can't afford the insurance, health insurance.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing
Yeah.
that no one talks
It was
about.
definitely a lot more realistic.
Yeah, I just thought it was more realistic.
than
And like I
animation
said, obviously I don't know what it feels like to, be in that situation where, your family's getting separated and, you might end up in a foster family away from your family. There might have been people who watched the original cartoon and felt even triggered, was just like, well, that didn't happen to me. I got split up from my sister and from my brothers.
I see.
So that's why I thought
think that side of the story, I think that makes sense for live action. I think there's a lot of stuff in this live action does make sense because if they did it, it just wouldn't make, it would feel too cartoony.
Yeah.
Which I can appreciate that. But I feel like the certain essence of like the whole Hana and like Stitch feeling alone, being lost, I feel like that stuff was just stripped away. Like the book scene, even though it's still is a small scene, that's a very much like a most important scene to me anyway when watching an animation series, because you learn that he's obviously a monster, but he's also like lost and he's looking for a family. And there was moments in the film where it's like, even though Lilo and Stitch, the chemistry was good, but in the animation there was a lot of moments where they were playing around, hanging out, and even with the sister as well, where it's like, okay, you're seeing them like become more of a, not just like strangers, but becoming like a family. I feel like this film didn't really latch into the themes of family and them being together. So even when Stitch gave that speech that he goes like, this is my family, it's broken, but it's still good. Like that didn't hit as much as, because I watched animation film just before watching live action. And animation, I was like,
see, that's
damn,
always dangerous thing
this
to do.
film
is
is
to watch,
sad.
Is to watch the film.
Yeah.
You just like start.
Yeah, the tone and everything
Yeah.
just wasn't there. The essence wasn't there, and I think that kind of goes to your point of like it was meant to go on streaming, and they realized it's doing good, it's testing well. So let's put a little bit more money in it, because this definitely feels like a film where certain bits just didn't, kind of was just lacking. Certain tones, the pace felt very quick. Like I literally watched animation film before, so like the intro felt so much faster. I literally looked and like, wait, like kind of like 3 minutes in, he's already like gone to Hawaii. Like there's a little bit more of a build up, and that's because the main villain is stripped away, and he kind of added a little bit more. He added more tone and more pace to
And
the
even
film.
then, like when they had him, that brought more of an emotional tie.
Yeah.
The villain.
Yeah, because
So,
he stole away Lilo, and then Stitch has to realize, you know what, I do need to save her. Let's go gang up together with the guys that were trying to kill me to go save her. He kind of gave it more of a wholeness to it. And this live action just didn't do it for me. And I think this was going to be the general reaction to this film, is people that didn't watch the animation or grew up with the animation like that are going to love this film, or at least enjoy it. And I think
Or
people
like
that,
if you're being introduced to it, it
Yeah.
will be perfect.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
for those of us who've had a relationship with it prior to the actual release, it's going to be very different.
Yeah.
it's a dud.
I mean, the thing is, I am not even disagreeing with you what you guys are saying. I completely understand, because I feel like this is what I was saying about the Lion King. And they always
I know,
get-
so it's like,
but the thing is,
I never watched Lion King, by the way. I didn't want to watch
with
it.
the Lion King, it was for different reasons, because they were doing shot by shot by shot.
Oh, okay.
But there was no emotion.
Yeah.
It was lifeless. No, Dad, you're dead. Please wake up. Please wake up. It was
Yeah,
just
it's
lifeless.
hard because it's
it was so lifeless.
it's
I was
technically live, so there's no
where's the No, come
emotion
on,
in the
Simba, bro.
characters.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Give me
But then
emote.
So we're talking about the whole like idea that live actions are quite hard, especially when you do side by side shots. But based off of what we were hearing for How to Train Your Dragon, that's doing really well. Like CinemaCon, it did really well.
Yeah.
Right, I
Alan
have
Penn.
seen it.
You have seen it? Oh shit! Exclusive.
I have seen it. I'm not allowed to talk about it because there's still embargo.
Oh, fair. Have you
But-
seen the animation
what
one?
time?
Then?
What time does embargo drop?
Oh yeah, the clip map.
It's still next week, I believe.
Yeah, this drops next week. This drops on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Does that add up?
I will. The only thing I would say is it is shot by shot. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard
So you have
this.
seen the animation one?
I love the animation.
Animation one, okay.
I love it. Absolutely. That was like when everyone was crying about Avatar being the best 3D movie, I was saying How to Train the Dragon was the best 3D movie I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
That scene, the scene with the flying.
Oh, beautiful.
Amazing. Literally shot by shot, and that's it. I'll leave it
Okay.
as that.
Without-
some people are gonna love it, and some people are gonna hate it for those reasons.
Okay, how would you say is the best experience to watch it in cinema?
Do you know what?
Oh shit.
Do you know what? they are exactly alike. This is crazy. I've never seen. We've seen live action where there's like literally a carbon copy. The only thing I can compare this to, and this is going to sound wrong, is when they did a remake of Psycho a couple years back, and it was frame by frame, and obviously it did turn out well. I don't think this is the case with this one, and I think some people are going to be like, I could just watch the animated movie. But the live action is very, and I think as well because it has the same director.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's the same director.
Yeah,
so this is different. Other ones is like they got somebody else to come and do it.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the same. They didn't understand the story.
Yeah.
It's like this is my baby. I feel like even the director was like, I've always wanted to make this into live action.
Oh, that's sick.
And because I didn't get the opportunity, I had to do it in animation, and now I'm just doing it how I wanted
that's
to.
sick.
So I'll leave it as that. I don't want to go into.
That makes me excited to see.
So
actually.
would you do IMAX, 4DX? What's it for? The X screen,
Screen X.
Ooh.
Screen X.
It might be a 4DX, you know.
4DX. Oh, she
Oh
gonna be
no,
flying.
I'm ready for that.
You said full
I'm
part.
ready for
It
that.
might be a 4DX.
Shit.
But I can see it being compared to Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
A little bit there.
Is it like the
They're doing
4DX
POV shots.
experience of Twisters for this year? Because you know how that was a big thing last year.
I guess I didn't like that film, by the way. But
You didn't have to.
but even the experience was like, yeah, okay,
You just
cool.
shut that
this
film
is
down.
fine.
That film was trash.
Yeah, I guess this is this year's of Twisters. But
So you got to do a 4DX thing on that.
yeah, you got to see it on the bigger screen. It's amazing. Oh, damn, I'm talking about the film. Don't put this out. Don't put this out.
It's amazing. That's your statement.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's gonna come out.
I enjoyed it. I
This
think,
is just a social reaction.
yeah, I enjoyed it. But I can see people not liking it because it is literally shot by shot by shot.
Okay.
But there's no happy medium, I think, with fan bases when you come to doing
Live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like The Last of Us, I've been watching that. I'm not sure if you guys been watching it, but like I played the video game and I'm so conflicted about doing live action of certain stuff because you're gonna do a thing where you do side by side because it pleases a certain audience, and then you want to change some stuff because you don't want to be a carbon copy of it. But then the changes are the most important thing because are you gonna make it changes that are gonna like develop the story or just doing changes just for sake of saying it's not the same?
I think from all the live actions that we've seen, I think the only way live action is going to work is if you kind of do it out of people's like existence. So what I'm trying to say is, so fine example, Scarface. So everyone knows the Al Pacino one as Scarface, but that's not the original.
That's the remake. Blood clot. Turn up. Intermission. I'm back.
Yeah, so everyone knows Scarface, Al Pacino, but it's not the original. It's a remake.
Yeah.
The original is like 30, 40 years or 20 years. I can't remember the date, but it's a big gap between each other.
Yeah.
So it's out of people's psyche of that particular
What
movie.
happens,
so no one's doing comparing.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're going to do that, actually, you have to be like a film where like...
Good gap. 20, 30 years.
Either that or a film that flopped. A film that flopped and it was terrible and someone said, you know what, there's potential in that film.
Yeah, certain parts of it we can take.
Let's take certain parts and let's try and improve it.
Yeah.
And I think that's sometimes you do like live action. If you're not going to add anything new, don't
Leave it
bother. Like
alone.
just leave it alone.
Leave it
Alone. And we all know what they are. They're money grabbers. And unfortunately, there's certain kids, and I don't know who to blame. Is it the parents or is it society? I don't know. But certain kids don't watch 2D animation films.
Yeah,
They just don't
yeah.
bother.
The eyes have turned off of it. now.
Even 3D animation films, unless there's something really quirky on the screen, they get switched off quickly.
Yeah.
I think that's why Miles's version of Spider-Man works so well, because there's so many different styles within one thing.
Yeah.
So it works well, but a lot of animations don't have that same
I mean,
flair anymore.
Spider-Man is the exception because it's Spider-Man. Kids will go and see anything Spider-Man. Could just be could be twerking on the screen. They're going to watch it. But I'm thinking of stuff like the Despicable Me films. Like, there's a story, but kids don't care about the story. Just care about the millions, just making noise.
Because the last one was
Yeah,
trash.
you have to like get their attention span. Back in the day, we were glued to a Disney film. And like, I didn't care what was going on. I'm just like, what is this story?
Yeah.
The story was dark.
Yeah.
But you were just like, you felt like a grown-up was telling you a story.
Yeah.
You weren't like, oh, I'm distracted by my phone. Or...
But then that's just like, I think if we're gonna have that conversation, then it's about how people now watch things.
Yeah, that's what it is actually.
Like, because there's a huge habit of dual screen watching. So like, watching something on there, but then you have your phone or your tablet.
Yeah.
Or your watch.
Yeah. So like that's it's more about now having that discussion about viewing habits.
Yeah, it's a different time. See, now you guys sound old. Now we're saying different time. It's just different time with these kids. So that's why I get that's another reason why I see why they're doing live action, because some of these kids are not like, I feel like when I do have kids, when that day happens, I feel like we're going to Disney Vault. We're watching everything.
Oh yeah, you have to watch the old school
We're watching everything. You're gonna love these movies. Yeah. And then when you watch, and then I'm gonna test you guys. And if you look past the test of the film we just watched,
we're going to Disneyland.
Oh shit!
My days, that would be sick.
What kind of Disney army you trying to build?
Hey,
training camp.
It's a
wake up!
It's a Disney household in my house, bro.
Trying to watch Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Sleepy time is done.
Trust. Get your practice now. You have to practice the thing.
What's the two main songs in the Goofy movie?
Oh shit!
Took too long.
Now let's watch That's All Even.